Hello everyone, my name is Shonda and welcome to my channel. So I am here with my week 3 update. The first 2 weeks I was on oral Wegovy, the lowest dose, 1.5 milligrams. I was taking that Saturday morning, so I took that 2 Saturdays. And last week, a week ago today, I started the compounded semaglutide shot. Standard dose is 0.25 milligrams. I got my medication through HERS, HERS, and so I took 0.2 milligrams. And ladies and gentlemen, I understand now why everybody in Hollywood is 12 pounds. I understand. I'm not going to, beat the bush here. I'll let you know straight off what my weight loss was. Now, let me just pull that up there because I forgot already. Where's my damn app? Oh, there it is. So I was 224.3 today. So I was down 2.3 pounds. And it was a struggle. It was not a struggle to lose 2.3 pounds. It was a struggle to only lose 2.3 pounds. Okay? It was a struggle to only lose 2.3 pounds. I struggled to eat every day. Every day, I struggled to get in enough calories and to get in enough protein every day. Every day. Saturday, I ate as best I could. I probably got in about 1,000 calories. So when I woke up Sunday morning, I was not hungry. So I just decided to do a 36-hour fast. So I started from I guess it would be, I just went by the last time I ate Saturday night. And at Saturday night, I had these little edamame seasoned crunchy things. I forget what they're called, but they're delicious. They're good. They're a little snack, right? It's a little envelope of them and it's like 11 grams of protein. It's just a relatively healthy little snack. And I had that about 1 o'clock in the morning, or at least I went to sleep around 1 and I ate that right before I went to sleep. So I just used 1 a.m. as my fasting time. And so I fasted all day Sunday. The fasting was great. It was easy. The only thing I had was some coffee in the morning with Element and 1 tablespoon of heavy cream. There's this thing called Millie's sipping broth. It's like seasoning. It's basically chicken bouillon and seasoning in a bag, like in a tea bag, and you put it in some water. So I took 3 tea bags, which would be 30 calories, and I put them in this insulated container here that I told you guys about last week, I believe. And I just put 3, so I think I made my coffee in here in the morning so that I could sip the coffee, right? So I'm just sipping because it keeps it super hot. So that way I'm just kind of sipping the coffee all day. Whereas when I put it in something where it doesn't stay hot, I'm going to drink the coffee faster because I don't want to drink it cold. So I just kind of sipped that 50 calories of coffee and heavy cream until, I don't know, probably 1 o'clock. And then I made the Millies and I just sipped on the Millies all day until the night. And that was it. I had a lot of energy when I was fasting, even though I was home. Normally when I'm home, I'll only get like 1,500 steps in when I'm home. But since I was fasting, I had more energy, which is normal for me to have more energy when I'm fasting. So I ended up getting like 3,000 steps without really trying. Which is a lot for me just to be home on a Sunday. I ended my fast on Monday. It was a work day. I was in the office. I ended up breaking my fast at 2 p.m. So it was 37 hours. In the morning before I broke my fast, I had a cup of coffee. I had 2 tablespoons of heavy cream and 1 teaspoon of MCT oil and a little bit of Element. I put chocolate Element in my coffee every morning. I use a third of a packet. So that one box of 30 will last me like 90 days. So that's what sometimes when I'm fasting, I'll put a little bit more Element in because I don't want to use the sucralose that I would normally put in my coffee. But when I'm fasting, I try not to use sucralose. So I don't know. Anyway, I struggled to eat after I broke my fast. I broke it with I said I had 220 grams of full fat Greek yogurt with 1/4 scoop of protein powder. So about 12 grams of fat, 26 grams of protein, and 7.6 grams of carbs. I feel like for me, that was too much for me to break my fast. I think next time I might just go with pure protein. But because I felt kind of ill. That was like really the first time I felt nauseous on this journey was when I broke that fast with that Greek yogurt. So I think next time maybe I'll go with some light tuna. I'm not sure, but I'm not going to do Greek yogurt again. Did not like that. So I ate that over, and then I waited about an hour. And then I had some ginger tea, and I had some grilled chicken and avocado a little later after that. So, I didn't fast after that, but I did struggle to eat. Like everything was a struggle, like to the point where one day I got a double cheeseburger from McDonald's just because I needed the fucking calories. Like I'm trying to eat healthy here, but I just needed calories so badly. Since I'm continuing to fast, I might just add some carbs, like from sweet potato. I definitely had rice. I had rice. I went to one of my favorite places. I guess people call them slop bowls. To me, it's not. But they put rice in there. It's called Hummus Republic. They put rice, kale, spinach if you want it, kale if you want it. You can get your choice of toppings. I got the chicken shawarma, red onion, tomato, cucumber, tzatziki sauce. I got extra chicken, so I got double chicken. And I split that into 2 meals. I gave my daughter a good bit of the rice. Probably gave my daughter a cup of rice out of that thing. But the rest of it, I split into 2 bowls. I did end up making myself some extra kale to go with the bowl on day 2. That was my first time making kale for myself, other than putting it in a soup. But that was my first time, like just washing the kale and massaging it with some oil and a little salt and a little lemon, and it was delicious. I'm probably going to be doing that more often. I really liked that. I enjoyed that. But every day was a struggle to eat. Every day. And it really wasn't until like Thursday was like the first day I was starting to be able to like really eat again. And I still don't think I got, because I'm supposed to be eating maintenance calories, right? If I'm doing the fast, if I'm doing the 36-hour fast, then I'm supposed to be eating a minimum of 1,700 calories a day, up to 2,000 calories a day, because I feel like that would be my maintenance level. And so that way I get a calorie reduction for the week without reducing my calories on a daily basis. That is my goal here. And I really struggle to do that. I don't, like, to the point where I did not take my dose this morning. Well, last Saturday, I didn't take my dose till like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But immediately when I took it, I could tell that I was not going to be hungry. So I don't know. I might just use this day to eat. Because I was able to get a healthy breakfast in yesterday. Like yesterday, I was able to eat so well that I'm repeating yesterday's breakfast today. Yesterday, I scrambled 4 eggs with half a cup of cottage cheese. And then I added like 2 ounces of cheese to that. And I, cooked it in a tablespoon of butter. And then I'm eating it on one of these low carb tortillas from Aldi. I've got 4 slices of bacon and about half an avocado. In here, I've got my coffee. I'm mad at myself because I thought on the oral Wegovy, it was easier to eat. And so I had initially bought high fat foods. Like I bought full fat Greek yogurt and I bought heavy cream. And then because I was able to eat so well on the oral Wegovy, I had to think about it. I had to plan. But on the oral, I was able to get in my full 1,700 to 2,000 calories. It wasn't enough for me to do the fasting. Now I would have gotten there eventually, but just the appetite suppression with the shot is so much stronger. It's not even close. It's like apples and oranges. You cannot compare the two at all. At least not for me and the way my body is handling this medicine. So, it's just every day is a struggle to eat. But I was, so now I've got this low-fat yogurt that's only 100 calories instead of 170. And instead of getting heavy cream, I got half and half. So when I put 30 milliliters in my coffee, instead of being 150 calories like it was yesterday when I had some heavy cream left, instead, I'm only adding 40 calories. And I need the fucking calories. I need them. I need the calories desperately. And now, when I'm making my protein shake, again, it's going to be a problem making the protein shake because I was adding 4 or 5 servings of heavy cream to get the calories up in the protein shake. And now I'm only going to be able to add, I'm cutting the calories in half basically. So I bought the stuff, so I'm going to use it and I'm going to eat it. But I might be adding olive oil or MCT, probably not MCT, because I am not as constipated on the shot as I was on the oral Wegovy. On the oral, I needed Miralax. I took it twice a week, both weeks that I was on it. I have not taken Miralax since Thursday of last week because the day that I took the shot, I used the restroom twice. So I went number 2 twice before 12 o'clock. No, actually, no, I did take the shot I don't remember. I'm trying to remember what time I took the shot and I don't remember. But I did write down here that I had went to the bathroom twice by noon. And I went the next day also. So, not that Sunday. No, okay, never mind. I need to just read because I wrote it all down. So I took my shot at 1:30 on Saturday. I did not use the restroom, but on Sunday, I did use the restroom twice before noon. Monday, I used the restroom again. And I know I didn't keep track every single day if I made a poo, but I know that I went, if not every day, every other day. Because I know for a fact I went yesterday. I know for a fact that I went on Thursday. So I'm not needing the Miralax at this point. I have been getting my water in. Some days are better than others because basically I'm trying to eat food. And when I drink water, the water drinking, anyway, it just fills my stomach up right now and I can't, it makes it just harder to eat. I've never been able to drink and eat at the same time. So I know normally plain water will make me hungry, but I'm not drinking plain water. I'm drinking water with lemon. I'm drinking, maybe I should try drinking plain water since normally it makes me hungry, but I don't think that's going to work right now. This shot is just killing my appetite. It's just killing it. But I'm glad I stumbled on this breakfast. I think I need to spend some time planning out meals, that are high in calorie. I need to do that. Side effects. I told you guys about, using the restroom. I have not had nausea except for twice. And once was when I broke my fast that I told you guys about when I broke my fast. But the second one was because what I was doing was I was eating breakfast, right? So I would try to have some kind of breakfast and I'd have my coffee. And then when I was done with that, then I would eat or drink a protein shake. And I would put like 3 tablespoons of chia seeds in there to, give me some fiber. And so, but I was like, well, what if I could drink the protein shake like first thing in the morning? So like first thing in the morning, before I drink my coffee, before I have breakfast, just go ahead and drink the protein shake, right? Get that down. And then once I'm done with the protein shake, then I can kind of sip my coffee while I eat my breakfast, right? Because then that I'm getting a bunch of protein. I'm kind of front loading my protein because it's going to take me a while to eat that breakfast. So it's like, okay, if I can get up in the morning, have my protein shake, and then, start my coffee around 9 or 10, then finish my coffee and my breakfast around 12 or 1 o'clock, then by 1 o'clock that I've gotten in, like 40 grams from the shake, plus like another 40 grams from the from the breakfast and the coffee, because I'll put protein in my coffee. I add some collagen in there, and I add a little bit of Premier Protein in there, maybe a quarter, one of the ready to drink ones, maybe a quarter of it or a third of it, depending. I try to make them stretch, right? So I know some people, they make their protein coffee and they put the whole friggin' thing in there. I'm not doing that. First of all, it just starts to get too expensive to drink one a day for me. Because then we're talking like $30 a month just for that one ingredient. And so if I can stretch that out, that's what I'm going to do. I put in about half a scoop of collagen, maybe 10 to 15 grams for the collagen. So 10 or 15 grams of collagen would give me, like 8 to 12 grams of protein. And then the Premier Protein, I used to spread them out until like, I would use like 65 grams or 65 milliliters, because 65 times 5 is 325. So that meant I could get a whole week out of one. And so I would just put like 65 grams of the Premier Protein, and then I would add, my collagen, and, that would be enough. But since I'm having so much difficulty eating now, that's before I started taking the pill or the shot. Before I started taking a GLP-1, that's what I did. But now that it's so much harder to eat, I've been adding more. So I'm going to make a Sam's Club order to get some more shakes. I'll probably start using half a shake. So instead of the vanilla flavor that I normally use, I'm probably going to order the coffee flavored one, the cafe mocha, cafe latte, whatever that one is. I'll probably order that one because I like for my coffee to actually taste like coffee. I like coffee. So I don't mind the add-ins, but I still want that coffee taste. That's just me. But when I am done with this, and it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while, but it's 10 a.m. my time, and so hopefully by noon I'll have this sandwich done. And another reason why I struggle to eat, remember, I had a VSG. I had a sleeve gastrectomy. I had a surgery to shrink my stomach. And then on top of that, when you eat full fat, nutrient dense food, it fills you up faster. And so that's another reason why I struggle so much to eat. So everyone's problem might not be the same as mine. But this meal has 788 calories, 65 grams of protein, 23 grams of carbs, 17 of which coming from fiber, and 50 grams of fat, which I'm happy with. I probably could have, done some things. I could have, I don't know. And I'm using low-fat cottage cheese, so, because that's what I have. But believe you me, when this low-fat cottage cheese is done, I will be buying the full-fat one. That way I can get more calories in. I think I'm going to give myself a break this week. So I might have a big loss next Saturday. I don't know. Because I'm probably going to give myself a break. I'm going to give myself a break. One other time I got nauseous. I forgot to mention this. Because I was talking about the whole protein shake thing and I got distracted. So Friday morning, that was yesterday, I was like, well, let me go ahead and drink this protein shake first. I did not put the chia seeds in it. And I'm grateful that I didn't. But I think I drank the shake too fast. I'm making the shake with coconut milk and then I'm adding the heavy cream. And I think it was just too much at once because I drank the protein shake over the course of probably 15, 20 minutes. And I didn't think it was going to be an issue because I've slammed water, 16 ounces of water real quick without any issue. And so I didn't think it would be an issue, but it was. And it sat in my stomach. Like that protein shake just sat in my stomach. I thought I was going to have, sorry, not Friday. This was Thursday. My bad. Not yesterday. This was Thursday. But I was not feeling well. I was not feeling well. I was hot. My heart rate was elevated. My stomach just felt heavy. I felt miserable that I laid down and I took a nap. And if you know me at all, I don't nap. I only nap when I am ill. So if I get the flu or something like that, I might take a nap. Other than that, I do not nap. Generally, I don't get tired in the middle of the day like that. And even if I do, even if I'm tired, I'm not sleepy because there is a difference between being sleepy and being tired. And then also I'll resist the urge because when I take a nap, then I'm not able to sleep at night. But I took a nap not for like 2.5 hours. Like I laid down about 11 o'clock. I just fought it till about 11. And then I just laid down and I pretty much slept until 1:30. It was not pleasant. But I think the idea is good. It's a good idea. I just think my execution was off. So I do think I want to do the protein shake first thing in the morning before I take a sip of coffee. So I think I want to keep making my coffee in this so it'll be super, super hot, especially, when I'm on the go. But I want to go ahead and make that protein shake. Drink it over the course of maybe an hour. Sip it over the course of maybe an hour. Then, kind of let that process and then move on, right? I want to try to get that protein shake in earlier. Like as soon as I wake up, I want to start sipping the protein shake. That's kind of going to be the goal there. But I'm going to give myself some grace this week. I'm going to start with the protein shake. Then I'm going to move on to, my coffee with protein and then whatever breakfast I'm eating. The goal for me is going to try to be to get in my calories as early as possible so that I don't have to think about the food anymore. I am not going to be taking my shot at the same time today as I did last Saturday because I want to eat this. I'm going to eat today. I want to try to get some calories in today. I made the mistake of stepping on the scale earlier in the week, and of course when you fast, your weight is going to drop down super low, right? And I fasted all day Sunday and into Monday. But when I stepped on the scale on Wednesday, it was 220 pounds. Now I didn't record that weight because I was just curious. I didn't record it. It doesn't exist anywhere, but I synced it. And it would have been really tempting to want to keep that 220 and just keep under eating. Because like I said, Saturday I only got in like 1,000 calories. I fasted all day Sunday. Monday I broke my fast, but I probably only got in about 1,000 calories, maybe 1,200. Tuesday, let's see, I have it all tracked. Yeah, Monday I got in about 1,100. Tuesday I only got in 800. It was probably more than that on Tuesday. There's probably a couple meals I didn't track, but I probably got in about 1,200 on Tuesday. Wednesday, I probably got in about 1,500. We're starting to build up maybe 1,700 on Wednesday. Thursday, things are getting better. I'm up to like 1,800 on Thursday. Even with being sick, I was still able to eat. Friday, yesterday, really good. I'm up to like 1,800 calories. You know what I'm saying? So I'm finally like able to eat. And so like, I don't want to take the shot. So I'm probably going to adjust my dosing schedule. Instead of taking it on Saturday, I'm probably going to take it Saturday night or Sunday night. It's probably what I'm going to aim to do. I'm going to eat today. I'm going to get these calories in today. I'm home. It's easier to plan. You know, when I'm in the office, I can only eat what I bring. So I think that I would like for my appetite to be suppressed more during the week and less on the weekend. Because on the weekend, like I said, it's just easier to be home. It's easier to snack. At this point, I don't even mind snacking. I just want to get the protein and the calories in. So I just can't imagine what this would be like on a higher dose. I can't imagine. So yeah, I think I'm going to eat today. I'm going to eat tomorrow. I'll probably take my dose Sunday night and then wake up Monday and just fast. I'll probably fast Monday and Tuesday. Maybe I might do Tuesday more of a protein sparing modified fast where I eat super low calorie but keep the protein to like 80 grams. You know, I might do that on the days that I have this severe restriction. So I might do a 36-hour full fast, and then I might do a couple of protein sparing modified fast days, and hopefully by then I'll have more appetite and then I can start eating more. I think I'm still going to weigh myself on Saturdays because that's when I have time to make this video. So I think I'll still do that. I still have not taken any pictures. So there's that. I do need to take some pictures. I just don't have a real good setup to do that. So I got to figure that out. But as long as I get them taken, I'm not really concerned about it. I'm still in the first month of this. You know, I'm eating enough that I haven't lost like a crap ton of weight, because it's not just about the weight. You want to lose fat, right? And if you're dropping, you know, 8 pounds in a week or 6 pounds in a week, you know it's not all fat. You know it's not. So I'm giving myself some grace while I get used to this medication, while I get used to this change. I'm giving myself some grace. I know I'm saying a lot. I'm sorry about that. So I think that's it for me. I don't have anything else. I'm still doing the I'm sorry. I still have not gotten the exercise together. That's something that I still need to work on. It's still something that I struggle with. I will say that when I was fasting, I was more active. On Monday when I was in the office, I think it's just that ancient brain. It's like we're not eating. There's no food coming in. So something must be wrong. We need to be on hyper alert. We need to, so we can look for food, because I can easily go a whole day, like even on a day when I'm in the office, and only get like 2,500 steps for the entire day. That's the entire 24 hours. And I had 2,600 steps by 2 p.m. on Monday when I was fasting. And I had 3,000 steps on Sunday when I was just home, and I don't have a big house. So, yeah, definitely was a bit more active when I was fasting. How many steps did I get in on total on Monday? I need to start, I guess, writing this down so this video can be, or the videos can be a bit more concise and I'm not just rambling. Yes, so I ended Sunday with 3,174 steps, and I was basically home. I was basically sedentary, but I just got up more. I just seemed to get up more. And same thing with Monday. I ended Monday with 4,847 steps. I was not trying to do anything special. When I am in the office, I do tend to, or try to remind myself to get up and just, you know, walk around the building a little bit. But even with that, I still don't normally get 4,847 steps on a random Monday without doing anything extra than what I normally do. Normally, I take those same steps around the office. Let's see, because I was in the office on Tuesday. On Tuesday, I got 2,628 steps because I was not fasting. Something about fasting increases your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or NEAT, which is the activity that you do just in your daily life without trying to be active. That tends to increase when you're fasting. At least it does for me. So I think that's about it for me. Oh yes, look at this. Yesterday I was home all day. I got 1,097 steps. I was just home. I worked from home, and that's all I got. So that 3,000 steps that I got on Sunday was a lot. So now you can kind of see. But that's really it for me. This has been interesting. I am going to update again next Saturday and let you guys know how I did. Next Saturday is going to be 4 weeks. So I'm going to have to take measurements next Saturday. That's going to be interesting. I feel like there's been some movement, at least in my waist. I think I had measured last week and indicated that I probably lost about an inch in my waist. So it's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be a fun time. This week I'm gonna focus on the water. I'm still trying to get the activity in. I'm still trying. Still a struggle. Especially the resistance training. I think I just need to, I don't know. I'm giving myself some grace as I get used to this change. This is a long-term change. I'm only 3 weeks in. I need to give myself some grace. But I think I just need to focus on getting the food in. But I really also need to focus on the resistance training to make up for when I'm not getting the food in. Right? Because I don't want my body to say, you're only getting 1,000 calories a day. Let's start wasting muscle. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm talking too long. This video is too long. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next Saturday.